I am back and I'm gonna start a fire. Content creators, streamers of all the sorts, do better. I know what y'all do. Do better, please. Okay, so before I even get started, I feel like when you start streaming or when you start in content creation, you need to clear out and define what you want to do and why you're streaming in the first place. And also, are you mentally prepared or mentally mature or emotionally mature to even do it in the first place? Because some people just do it for shits and giggles, but have like no sense of responsibility or maturity or didn't plan nothing at all, and it shows with the way that they act and the way that they abuse their power and the way that they talk to people. It's so ugly, bro. It's crazy because like it's basically all on clout, right? You start off with 100 followers, nobody really pays attention to you. You go to 500, people kind of pays attention to you. You have 1,000 followers, now you think you're the shit and no one else can follow you, no one else can talk to you. Bro, do you know how many times I've just been like chilling in a streamer's chat, like just vibing out, right? Just talking. Bro, silence, bro. Like nothing. Like people just ignore my shit. I'm like, hello, how are you? I'm good. Like the chat talked, but the like no welcoming, no nothing. Like, and then like the second that like a verified person comes in, oh, now they just want to talk. Oh, now you're humble. Wow, how are you, bro? Like there'll be like a smaller streamer, someone with like 500, 600 followers. Well, not a small streamer, but a streamer with like less followers than me. And I'll just be chilling. They'll be chilling, and then they'll be ignoring everything that I do. Alright, but the second that I put my emote and this, oh, you stream, and they check my channel and they realize that I have like 500 more followers, oh, now they want to be friendly, now they want to talk, now they want to collab, now they want to, what? That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Okay, listen, that is so musty. I hate it. Okay, so this is like something kind of random, but not really, but this kind of blew up on Twitter. And not really, but people are talking about it quite a bit, and they're talking about it when someone trauma dumps on your like video on Twitch, right? Specifically Twitch. I'll go to YouTube like later and regular content creators later, but right now I'm focusing on Twitch. And that kind of really bothered me a lot because a lot of people were like, yo, I just instantly block people who trauma dumps. And it's like, I don't think you guys really understand what it means to be a content creator and what it means to be a streamer in general, right? And generally, when you make and when people who view streamers and view content creators, they look at someone that they relate to. So when someone comes in and they trauma dumps, yes, it's like not the most comfortable thing, and yes, it's not like something that you want to hear and see in the first place, but it's something that you should come to expect. And I understand that things trigger other people, and when someone who is dealing through a really traumatic experience streams and someone brings up a similar thing, it might bring up some emotions that you don't want to hear in the first place. But if you don't have that label on your stream, then it is fair game. You can't expect a new person, like a new viewer, because most people who trauma dump are new people. You can't expect someone who hasn't been on your stream before and you have no label warning of anything that's triggering to imply that you don't want to talk about these content, these materials, for them to know that. Does that make any sense? And yes, you should encourage people to trauma dump, and I feel like talking to a streamer about it is not the healthy way to go. But some of you guys would be like, I'm just gonna insta block them, I'm gonna time them out for 15 minutes, and that is really dangerous towards the person who's trauma dumping, because generally when someone does that, they're not doing it to be annoying, they're doing it because it means something to them and they need to get an outlet. Generally, the best thing that you can do in those situations is to say, oh, I feel sorry for your loss, or I'm sorry but I'm not capable and I'm not emotionally responsible enough to give you those responses. Like, you should probably go and speak to someone who can relate to you more. I'm not that person, I just want to entertain you guys. Simple, it's not that hard. And if you do care and you do want to talk about it, then you can talk about it, but like say to the chat, yeah, this is going to be very sensitive and I'm not going to spend too much time, but like just hear me out. Or if you want to, you can even say, yo, check my DMs, I'm available to talk later, but I can't talk right now, I'm streaming. Simple. It is not that hard, people. It is really not that hard. I don't know what's so hard to understand, to treat the people who are viewing your content with a little bit of respect. It's really not that hard. Everybody's their own person, and even though there are some really annoying situations, and there happen a lot, there's a bunch of people who just come here and troll and make your life miserable, but you need to know how to deal with those things. It comes with a package of being a content creator or a streamer. Bro, I'm telling you, when you start streaming, the things you have to consider and content create, there are things you gotta consider. People are gonna make fun of your race, your sexuality, your gender, your identity, the bullying, the the comparisons, the mental stress, everything you have to take into consideration. Fans and people coming in and shitting on you and making you feel bad are things that are naturally going to be there. I don't know what's so hard to understand about that. You can try and improve things, and you can always try and make the future better. By the end of the day, the present is the present, and no one should have to deal with these things. It's nothing that you should be allowed to deal with, and it's not fair. But life is not fair. That's the world we've been grown up into. Meaning, you have to learn to deal with these unfair things, and dealing them in a healthy way is really important. Okay, let me ask you guys a question. Do you like clicks? Yeah, nah, fuck clicks, neither do I. But you get a lot of them. And there's something about streamers, this makes it so much more childish. You'd think that the drama and the clicks and all that bullshit would end after like high school max. But it's like awful when it comes to streamers because of connections. And the whole thing is so yucky. And generally, the tighter the click, the tighter and the bigger the friend group, the ickier it is. If there's a community where everybody knows each other, there's drama automatic. It's so musty, bro. Like one person doesn't like the other, so they go to a different friend group. Now the other friend group doesn't like the first friend group, and now there's a fighting, and now there's like tea, and people snitch on each other, and then someone likes the other person, and then now the other person likes that person, and then now they hate each other because the person in the middle snitched on everybody, and like fucking, oh my god, bro, it's so bad, bro. Sometimes it's to the point where like even just like talking to somebody, even if you didn't know them, like even if you didn't know who they are, like you just kind of like saw them and you thought they were interesting and had a conversation, then someone will come up and tell you, yo, that person's kind of iffy, bro. Do you know what the thing that they did? Do you know what the fuck they did? And it's like, bro, I just wanted to talk with them while I played this game. Here's another thing that I hate about clicks, okay? The reason why, not only because of the drama and the childish shit that happens in between clicks that makes it awful, but the thing is, generally in a certain category of content, just in general, many people know each other, right? And the big boys know each other. Like all the animation community know each other, all the anime community know each other, all the whatever community knows each other, right? Like the really big ones. Meaning that if you want to grow on that field, or like on that like category, you have to know and make connections. However, it is very hard to make connections on that respective field if there's already a closed circle clique that only really interacts with each other. It's really good for them because they kind of got like this whole like squad, like friend group going. But if you're a new content creator and you just want to grow on that like field, it is really hard because you're not gonna get the help, because there are people that could probably help you, or people that could like appreciate your content won't really talk to you because they already have their friend group, they already have the people they associate with. Meaning that the only time when they'll really associate with you is if you suddenly like blow up in numbers and now you're suddenly like quote unquote within their realm of interaction. Like if you just blew up overnight, they have to pay attention to you. They're probably gonna associate with you and you're in. But if you're just trying to make content and you're just trying to like see what's going on the field and try to make friends, good luck. Okay, good luck. The thing is, all this like high school love shit and all this still applies to content creators, right? Some content creators will like simp after the other person just after getting a little bit of clout, a little bit of recognition, automatic thirst, I like you, everything. It's so musty, and their tactics is like childish high school shit, you know? Like the, you're beautiful, you're amazing, wow, at every single fucking stream. Like the overly compliments, the trauma dumping, which is kind of different from like when you do it and it's a viewer, but it's like private, like trauma dumping. Like, I don't really, like, hello, my name is Bob. Also, my parents died like yesterday, and I'm very insecure about myself, and I don't know anything about me, and I'm so sad, and no one loves me, and like the whole like pity nice guy look thing that guys do, or girls too, do. I hate it, man. I hate it. And the second that they get rejected, or like any of that shit, it's just a mess, bro. Like it's instant. It's an instant mess, because now your connection with that person is ruined, and now everybody's gonna fucking know, and now there's more beef and drama in the clique and community that you guys are part of, and now it's ugly. It's ugly. You've ruined it. Now no one can have fun anymore. Now everybody's upset and irritated, and it happens every single time. And it's so annoying. And I just don't understand like what possesses your body after getting 100 to 200 to 300 to whatever followers to be like, you know what, let me just be horny and be an asshole. Or like, also, it's like, I don't know what it is, but I feel like some streamers just don't know how to act like a normal human being. Like, you would like purposely or not purposely just irritate somebody and you make them upset, and they blatantly tell you, no, don't do that, that's annoying, like, why do you keep doing this? And they just keep doing it with viewers and other content creators alike. Hello? Hello? Like, what social cues do you need more to not be doing this shit? Or like, because someone gets a little bit of fame, they think they can get away with shit, and it's so ugly when the truth comes out and someone finally like has the balls to like say the bullshit that the other person's been doing. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, bro. People cheat, people lie, people get fucking cases, people get exposed for like doing some craziness, bro. And it's not even like the crazy big scandals that you see. It's also like just like streamers within like the 300 to 400 to like 1,000 to 2,000 range. People just be on some bullshit. You get a little bit of clout and now you don't even know how to act. Okay, so I know like in the last video when I was just rambling on, I was talking about like just looking at another person's like views and just watching them be way better than you and that making you feel a certain way. And don't get me wrong, I'm very competitive and I don't like to lose. I'm a sore winner and I'm a sore loser. And if you know me for a small period of time, you know like exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm not even trying to be like slick or trying to like be relatable. No, I really am. Like, I'm really fucking petty. Like, don't play with me. But at the same time, you gotta stop clout chasing, dog. You gotta stop doing it. It's They'd be like, Dad, remember when I helped you grow? Like, remember when I was with you? Like, my name alone is helping you grow. Like, like shit like that. Like, oh my god, bro. Like, they'll just be trying to claim ownership for your growth. Not like you just haven't been streaming every single day, like 6-7 hours. Like, you haven't worked it out by yourself. Like, you didn't work. Like, people help each other, and you shouldn't be helping someone as a banking system for them to help you back. It comes out naturally. Someone gives you love, you're more inclined to give them love back, but you don't ask for that. Fatherless behavior, bro. Fatherless behavior. I hate it. I hate it, bro. And they always want something from you. They always want something from you. Oh, I'm like, without me, you'd be nothing. Like, if I didn't help you all those times, you wouldn't be where you are right now. And it's like, if that was the case, I wouldn't want your help either, bro. Like, you shouldn't have done all this shit just to talk shit later. I don't know. I'm mad. Also, I feel like some people just don't know how to treat their fans or viewers, for that matter of fact. They think that because they reach a certain amount of status or a clout, that you can just act a certain way and it being okay when it really clearly isn't. And that's basically what I'm really trying to say with this video for the most part, is that it's basically just people not acting correctly. And it's very irritating because now they want to give like excuses to not do the bare minimum, or to not be respectful, or to not be considerate, when the only reason why you got here realistically is with your hard work for one, and luck, which is like, but outside of that, the people that show support for you, whether they're content creators or their viewers. And when you start to lose sight of that, it becomes very, very irritating for everybody, because now that you think that you're something that you're not. And at the end of the day, if you started streaming as a annoying piece of shit when you stream, that's not gonna solve it. Streaming is not a way to solve your issues, and you can try and hide it, and you can try and be someone else, and you can try and do all these things, but at the end of the day, you're still you, and those things are gonna show up at some point. That's just who you are. You just don't magically become a fake person and a new person the second that you start streaming. I really don't like it in general when people say, oh, I know myself. Like, I know. If you say it in a casual sense, yeah, that's fine. But generally, you don't really know yourself. The you right now is going to be different from the you in the future. And I generally think that the only time in your life where you truly know yourself is when you're about to fucking die, because at that point, there is no room to grow. Like, you're done. Like, your life is over. But until that moment, you can always grow and you can always be a better person. The reason why I'm saying this is because a lot of people will say things like, man, like, you just don't know me. Like, that's just how I am. Like, I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but that's just how I rule my stream. That's just how I do things on my, like, setup and my content. That's just how I do things. And that stops people from looking back and realizing the mistakes that they do, right? when someone makes a mistake, or when someone fucks up, or when someone's being annoying, or when someone's telling you that you're messing up, it's very easy to be like, oh, you just don't understand. Instead of like looking back and thinking to yourself, you know what, maybe I kind of fucked up. Like maybe I did something wrong. And I'm not trying to bash. I am trying to bash streamers. I'm not trying to make their day worse or telling them that they suck or anything along those lines. I just think that people should generally try and do better and be better, and that's okay. I'm not perfect. My stream be kind of shitty. I don't have a setup. I don't have an about. I'm very bad at networking. I'm trying to say these things out loud now because it really, really irritates me, and I don't like it when people just view other streamers and content creators in a pedestal in which they cannot do anything wrong and refuse to challenge things that are blatantly disrespectful and rude. Anyways, I'm done rambling. I'm gonna go over to viewers next. Yeah, I'm gonna go with everybody's throat. I'm gonna have like no connections, no friends by the end of this shit. I'm gonna be lonely. So, bye guys.